Up from last month, but down from last year. The mixed news on consumers' confidence or lack thereof in the economy. In a holiday hangover, you're not alone. According to our latest numbers on shoppers' practical purchasing habits, Walmart's back on top in a key category where people go for prescription drugs, and Made in America makes sense to many, as does the Big Insight video briefing, which begins right now.
Are you looking for big insights into consumer thoughts on the economy? What about big insight into personal finance? Or big insight into retail market trends and future purchase plans? Do you need big insight on lifestyle and media? Or big insight on domestic and world issues? How about big insight on the fast-growing China market? Now you can get all your big insight in one easy-to-use location. BIGinsight.com has consumer-centric trends, news, and data you care about. Connect with ever-changing consumers using Big Insight's comprehensive, real-time data, presented in interactive charts and graphs, as well as videos, webcasts, news releases, and social media updates. There is no substitute for insight, and there is no better way to get that insight than BIGinsight.com. Big Insight. There is no substitute.
And welcome to the Big Insight video briefing for January 2012. Fewer than a third of those surveyed this month are confident/very confident in the chances for a strong economy. And although this is a 3-point jump from December, it represents a decline from January 2011. A declining number of consumers see an economic rebound in our future. 1 out of 3 believe the economy will eventually recover to its pre-recession glory. This number has dropped from 365 days ago, as well as Jan 2010. But how does this data differ between generations? You can find that info in our Big Consumer blog. All this being said, we followed up with this question: how will the economic crisis impact your lifestyle in the long term? And close to half reported that sticking to a budget will stick with them for a while. Roughly the same number of people said they will consider each purchase more carefully. Bah humbug! With the holiday in the rear-view mirror, being practical is becoming more popular, as 1 in 2 say they're more pragmatic in their purchases these days, up a point from last month as well as last year. Also on the rise, those who buy the necessities. Here, nearly 3 out of 5 say they focus on what they need as opposed to what they want when they're out shopping. Big jump by Big Insight standards. We're talking about the nearly 20% increase in those who say they plan to decrease their overall spending. That, along with paying down debt, are January's top financial plans. And this certainly won't help curb spending. 3 of 5 say the cost of fuel will drive up through January. Consumers' pump price prediction by month's end, $3.58 per gallon, which was also what was expected at the close of 2011. 2 months in second place was too long for Walmart. This month, the Big W is back up to #1 in women's clothing preference, ahead of Kohl's, who held the top spot for November and December. Walmart also out in front in the shoe category. 1 in 10 choose the Bentonville Behemoth for their footwear. Payless just 1 step/point behind. With insurance coverage the #3 reason to shop a particular store for prescription drugs most often, could Walgreens' Express Scripts debacle end its domination in this category? Well, this month, CVS and Walgreens are tied for the lead, followed by Walmart. By the way, location and price are the top 2 reasons to visit a specific drug store. Consumers are clearly in a post-holiday hibernation, as all but one major retail category is down in our 90-day outlook. But the good news for retailers, all categories are up compared to the last 2 years. Shoppers aren't ready for recovery, though, as the outlook fails to improve from pre-recession January 2007. This month's hottest item prompted perhaps by an effort on consumers' part to boost the economy, as Made in America products are #1 to start the new year, even ahead of going to the gym and the Super Bowl. What's not hot? Trapper hats. The Elmer Fudd look looks like a flop. For more details on data from this month's Consumer Intentions and Action Survey, click over to our text briefing and be sure to visit BIGinsight.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter, and head over to the Big Consumer blog for additional consumer insights, including a recap of this year's Customer Choice Award winners. We'll also be mining for media data soon. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more big news next month. Have a good one.